Anthem on the track.
Yeah. Yeah. King shit. Yeah. Yeah. Look. I'm from the city where the bums rich. Skyscrapers block the rays when the sun hits. One time coming, niggas run quick. By the time a baby walk, he got a gun grip. I was made for this. 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 I'm not a product of the cages that they raised us in. Bred to be a king, I'm not a slave to this. I was made for 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 this. I'm not a product of the cages that they raised us in. Bred to be a king, I'm not a slave to this.
They don't know fact from fiction. They don't know the blacks is missing. They don't know they trapped in prison. They don't know the path to prison was a math decision. They don't know the wrath is quickened. They don't know the ass they kissing on the path of mission to put their ass in prison. They don't know black religion, fact and fiction. They don't know mama didn't leave them niggas half the kitchen with half a chicken. Fact or fiction. We still hot, we still noble. Red and blue pill global. No matter the language, we still moguls. We lost Gil Scott, then we lost Gil Noble. Exercise the right to live like it is. The revolution will not be televised, it's being digitized. On the come up, it's like watching.
Welcome back to Code 13. This is your host for the Formless. And today we're going to talk about connection in nature. Alright. So with that being said, all I can say right now is come to the light. Come to the light. There's so much darkness out there. There's so many people out there trying to deceive you. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, you step out into this world and you immediately face adversity. As soon as you're born into sin, as the Bible would say. That's just an allegory for this world being so rough. Simple world we live in. Solid Solari would say we're living in hell. Some people will call this heaven. I'm honestly not too sure myself. I feel like both of those things are true. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in hell. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in heaven. But this third dimension is something. Going to the car. I shouldn't even tell y'all where I'm going. It's supposed to be a surprise. Hopping in the whip. It's right there. Woo! It's cold as a motherfucker out here, boy. It's cold as fucking Phil. Oh shit. It's cold as a motherfucker out here, but yeah, what I was saying, this third dimension is something, you know. We live in the three dimensions because we've only gone through three different shells as we came into this existence. The first dimension is your... Gonna have to edit that shit out. The first dimension is your dad's nutsack. Okay? That's where some would say your soul comes from. That's where your spirit comes. So I was saying, we live in three dimensions because we have only broken through three shells, okay? The first dimension was your father's nutsack. Okay? This is where you're a sperm cell. That's when you live in first dimension. If you think about what first dimension is, people compare it to a line or a dot. This is first dimensional consciousness. Then when you go into your mother's womb, you go into the second dimension. That's where you gain your form, your body. That's where where you start to transform from second dimensional into a third dimensional being. That's why you get all your skin from your mother. All your organs, everything came from your mother. Okay? Then after that, you're birthed into this world. That's the third shell you break through when you become a part of Mother Earth and you take part in this reality. Okay, so those are the three dimensions. That's why we live in the third dimensional world. And the challenge is to be able to break out of this and tap into fourth dimensional consciousness. Okay? But we're going to talk about connecting with nature today. That's going to be the main focus of what I'm doing today. I want to show you guys something cool. It's going to be a long code 13 today. It's going to be a long code 13 today. See if I can turn the camera around. Connecting with nature. Now this is the same spot that we recorded Code 13, Episode 2 with the lunar eclipse. The whole city lights up at night. We're just going to come out here for a brief moment and go on a short hike. So, I'm going to talk about connecting to nature. Okay? Now, I was saying that in order to be enlightened, you have to have an awakened kundalini and an open first eye. Okay? And the way your energy flows, your kundalini is responsible for sucking up energy from the earth and then allowing that to circulate throughout your whole body. Okay, so your kundalini is hot, fiery energy, and it's the source of all the energy in your body. Okay, now your first eye is responsible for generating a crown chakra that causes you to let that energy out from your kundalini. And that energy that comes out of your crown chakra is what connects you with the universe. Okay. Now, what's the importance of being in nature? Why am I saying all of this? Okay. I'm going to wait till I get to the top to drop the science on you. But I want you to think about what I said and think about why it might be important to be in nature. Okay. We're at the top and I'm out of breath. Look at all this. Look at all that, man. The whole city lights up at night. I'm out here in the mountains. So, what's the importance of being in nature? Okay. A long time ago, a man by the name of Phil Valentine broke down the science of something called light code lockdown. Okay. There's something called synthetic synchronicity and cosmic synchronicity. Okay. I spoke about this a little bit in my last video. Okay. Now, in cosmic synchronicity, you receive photons from the sun, and that is directly translated into your DNA via a light code, because the DNA strand is nothing but light itself. Go check on the ghost DNA experiment conducted by Russians, okay? The Phantom DNA experiment, where they put some DNA, a DNA strand, in a vacuum tube, and then they put photons of light inside of the vacuum tube, remove the DNA, and the photons of light formed to the strands of the DNA. The same form that the DNA was when it was there, that's what the light did. Okay. Now, everything you do has an effect on your DNA. How you think has an effect on your DNA. You know, your brain is a frequency. Your brain emits frequencies, and these frequencies affect your vibe, and this vibe has a direct effect on your DNA, because the way your DNA moves, it vibrates like a frequency. You know, it's a wave going up and down. It's a wave of light, essentially. And your thoughts have an effect on your DNA because of that, because of the nature of the frequencies that your brain emits. Okay? Eating has an effect on your DNA. Okay? When you eat GMO foods, for example, it actually deletes strands of your DNA because it has no genetic information within it. You know, stuff that is grown out of the dirt but properly, organically, has a direct connection with source. Okay? It receives pure light codes from the sun, pure light codes from the water, sucks up the energy from the earth, and it produces a whole plant. Okay? The same way that we need to be a whole human being. But when you eat GMOs, they delete strands of your DNA. When you eat the right food, it enhances your DNA. It gives you more access to what the European calls junk DNA. Okay? So, why is it important to be in nature? It's important to be in nature because, well, being in nature has an effect on your DNA. It gives you a chance to reconnect, recharge, get some of that Kundalini energy flowing when you connect with nature, and ultimately reset your mind. Okay? That's why it's important to be in nature. And when you're in nature, you're tapping into cosmic synchronicity. Okay? I already broke down what cosmic synchronicity is, but I really just wanted to take the camera up here, show you the view, you know. So this concludes episode 15 of Code 13. Have a nice day.